welcome to episode 16 of the Gladiator Fit Philosophies YouTube channel podcast. This is where athletes and people who want to increase their understanding of fitness and nutrition come to congregate. So today I'm going to talk about why everyone should be doing functional plyometrics. So any person who is working out, exercising, should add functional athletic plyometrics to their routine. There's numerous reasons and benefits to doing so. And I just want to touch on the fact that they are compound movements. And these compound movements, if you understand what compound exercises are, such as deadlift or squat or the powerlifting yoke, they engage the whole body, which entails more fat burning, more calorie usage, and more energy use, and most importantly, hormonal releases and explosiveness. Compound movements like squats and deadlifts naturally trigger higher testosterone output as well as the human growth hormone spikes, and it will differ person to person. Like, you can't eat like a bag of M&Ms and then go do squats and expect the same hormonal release as someone who ate something much more conducive for a workout. But the compound movement itself is what triggers that release of testosterone and the human growth hormone. It's weightlifting ancient wisdom that squats and deadlifts and leg presses are key to making gains in other parts of your body. And when you start doing squats, other muscles, start to look more aesthetic and start to grow. Now let's apply this to functional athletic compound movements. So they're, not deadlifts or squats, but, things like tire flips, which engage your core, arms, legs, back, and forearms, virtually working every type of muscle. It triggers testosterone and burns far more calories and fat than typical cardio-like exercise bikes. So let's start with box jumps. They engage virtually every body part as well, and not as much as something like a tire flip, but nonetheless, it qualifies as a compound movement, allowing you to jump higher and be more explosive. You see how you're engaging your whole body when you do a box jump. So next is sled pushes, which are also compound, and they engage the whole body. They trigger hormonal releases and can be used to excel in every type of sport. Those three exercises have benefits, and if you add them to your routine, you can have tremendous outputs. You'll be more agile, you'll be more explosive, you'll move quicker. And like I mentioned about the hormonal release and testosterone from doing those functional movements, they also give you the added benefit of a more aesthetic athletic appearance. Matter of fact, one can get faster results aesthetically and functionally from working out and training with those athletic functional movements. You add those tire, you add the sled, you add box jumps, the next thing you know, your deadlift and your squat goes up. See, many of those movements touch on the muscle fibers and the ancillary movements that are the precursor to those exercises. So what that means is when you do something like a box jump or you do something like flipping a tire, it mimics the same movement as something like a deadlift. So initially what happens is you're reinforcing the machinery, which is like your hip flexors and your core, and you're strengthening what you call the machine, which is your body, which entail will help you with your deadlift. Like I said, when you start adding those things in, you'll start seeing your key lifts going up. Because let's be honest here, we've all seen the guys at the gym who go from machine to machine. They're barely even sweating. Hell, some of them are even wearing jeans. But most of the people that you see on cardio machines like bikes or treadmills or ellipticals, they're not in very good shape. And I'm not saying that there aren't, physical specimens using cardio machine, but just take a look at your gym and look who's using the cardio machines for a long period of time. And I'm willing to bet that they're overweight. On the contrary, if you look at NFL players, you look at soccer players, you look at MMA fighters, you look at aesthetic athletes of different backgrounds, and they all utilize these functional compound exercises. See, I know it sounds cliche when I say if you want to look like an athlete, you got to train like an athlete, but it's a much more efficient way of getting an aesthetic appearance. And let's be honest here, like, you're never going to see an NFL player or a soccer player simply sitting on a exercise bike for an hour, and there's a reason for that. And it's about getting to the point where these functional movements not only add to your aestheticness, but they will add to your overall output when you're working out those muscles. You're going to get more out of your deadlift, you're going to get more out of your squats when you add these things in there. So soon enough, you're going to see videos that I have. I'm going to have a series about increasing your vertical jump and becoming more explosive and faster, and things for your footwork. But if you've listened to this point, you might as well hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. I'm going to keep coming with heat. So much love, much appreciated.